Hi, Ms. Miller here to tell you about the string family of instruments. When you're in elementary school, you can learn to play some of the string family members of instruments. The ones we teach in elementary school are violin, viola, and cello. So today I brought my violin with me. You can see that my violin is made of wood. It has 4 strings on it. And if I want to make a sound on my violin, I need to vibrate the strings. So one way I can vibrate the strings is I can pull it with my finger to make it vibrate, and that's also called pizzicato. So the violin you play up on your left shoulder and use your right hand to pluck the strings. And your left fingers are the ones that make the notes on the violin. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, where's that long stick of wood? And you're right. Here it is. This is called the bow. The violin player uses the bow in their right hand, and then the bow pulls the strings and helps them to vibrate. So violin can have a low sound. So it has that nice low sound. It also has the higher, brighter sound of that E string up there. So we use the bow for lots of different effects when we're playing the violin. All right. And we also have the viola, which looks a lot like a violin. It's a tiny bit larger. And the thing about the viola is that it is not as high and bright sounding as the violin. So if we had a chorus, violin would be the soprano singer. It would be the highest and brightest of the instruments. And viola would be like an alto. It would be a little bit lower than the violin, and it would only go up to A instead of this high E sound. So if you think the violin is a little too high and bright and squeaky for you, you might be a viola player instead. Now, I also brought my cello with me. Very large instrument. I have it here. You can see it's identical to my violin, except I don't put it under my shoulder to play. It actually goes down on the floor. And again, I can pluck the strings. And when string players pluck their strings, that's called pizzicato. So there's some plucking of the strings on the cello. So I use my left hand to make the notes, and I use my right hand to play. And of course, my cello also has a bow. Now, my cello bow is a little bit bigger and thicker than the violin bow because, of course, as you can see, my cello is a little bit bigger. And let me see. It's going to be hard to see this because it's down here on the ground. Let me walk away. Oh, there you go. There it is. So it has that low C string. Fun fact, cello and viola have the same string. So you can see longer strings make this cello lower in pitch. And all the stringed instruments come in sizes to fit their player. Now, normally when I play the cello, I would be sitting down in a chair. So cello players get to sit and relax when they're playing their cello. When you go to middle school and high school, you have the opportunity to switch to string bass, which is even larger upright instrument, and that you do play standing up. So those are the stringed instruments that we offer in elementary school: violin, viola, and cello. I hope you will pick one of those and join our orchestra.